Maybe he doesn't like you. I don't know. I'm kind of getting a vibe like maybe he doesn't like you. Maybe he likes embarrassing you. Maybe he doesn't care about you like that. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's Nikisha Vaughn, and we're continuing being nosy, getting all up into people's business with these Reddit threads. Am I the a-hole? So let's go ahead. Wait. Before we do, if you're new here, welcome. Nice to meet you. I'm Nikisha Vaughn. I already said that. Anyways, hi. And if you're coming back, welcome back. You are loved and appreciated. Thank you. Hearts for you. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this Reddit thread. Am I the a-hole for telling my husband that he embarrassed me? I don't know. I guess it depends on how you said it. So this is a 44-year-old woman. Husband's 44 years old too. So both of them went to a party. On the way there, I told him that one of the couples that would be there were co-workers of mine and to keep his conversations PG-13 around them. When he gets around another man that I knew was going to be there, he often makes inappropriate jokes and comments about sex and doing other stuff and stuff in your system. When everyone was being introduced, he immediately said to the couple, "Oh, you're the ones that I have to behave around." And everyone laughed it off and it was fine. He made a couple of comments that were towing the line of inappropriate, but he never went overboard and everyone seemed to have a good time. After the party, we decided to go grab dinner on the way home. And after ordering, I noticed my coworkers are at the same restaurant and must have come in after us. My husband wanted to run over there and say hi and join them, but I thought we should just let them enjoy their meal and then stop by the table on the way out and say hi again. About 10 minutes later, the wife comes up to us and says that she just spotted us and small world and all of that. And my husband says, "Yeah, we saw you too." But she said, "I shouldn't say anything to you." At which point the coworker was like, "Did I get snubbed?" She laughed and I felt kind of awkward and she went back to the table. After she left, I calmly told him that it makes me uncomfortable when he tells people things that I've said about them so he can get a laugh, and it feels like a violation of trust. And he apologized, but the apology felt disingenuous, like he just wanted the conversation to be over. Probably. I remind him that he's done similar things before, like talk someone, and then at a party, someone brought up this person. He was like, "Isn't that the person you can't stand?" in front of everyone. No, that's embarrassing. So then it spirals into a fight about how it makes him feel like and that I'm embarrassed by him just being himself, quote unquote, and that he hates me telling him what he can and can't talk about at gatherings with my friends. We finish our dinner mostly in silence, and then he barks at me the entire 10-minute drive home about how he was going to try to start a fight because I've been in a bad mood all week and how I care too much about what other people think and how he hates me being embarrassed by him. I feel like this is some basic social norm stuff, but am I the a-hole? I don't know if you're the a-hole, because on one hand, I can understand why you would be embarrassed by what your husband said. That's embarrassing. If you tell your husband something in confidence and then he later goes and tells people in public to kind of get a joke out of it, that is a violation of trust and confidence. And if you've told him that before and then he continues to do it, that definitely is a problem. On the other hand, he's already kind of said, "This is my personality. This is what I like to do. I don't think anything's wrong with it. Let me be me." And he's got a point. You should kind of let him be him. So you're at one of these rock and a hard place situation, because if you tell your husband something, he probably is going to tell it to somebody if he thinks he can get a laugh out of it. And my question is did you used to like that? Has he always done that? And now you used to like it and you don't like it anymore? Maybe it was funny when he was embarrassing other people, but now that he's embarrassing you, you don't like it, but it is kind of part of his personality. I know I'm not going anywhere with my train of thought. I guess it's because I don't believe that you should try and change people. People are who they are, and you do have to accept and love who they are. And if you have a person that you can't really tell these types of things to because they're going to go and tell it in a public setting, then maybe you shouldn't tell them those type of things. Or you can just continue to remind them like, "Hey, I told you, I don't really like it when you say those types of things." Hopefully he works on it and gets better and better and better. And over time, like, he stops doing it. Because if it is part of his personality, it's not something he can just automatically stop, because he probably doesn't think that there's anything wrong with it. That's probably why his apology was disingenuous, because he probably thinks he's being funny and he's probably doesn't see anything wrong with the things that he said. You did say it and it was kind of funny. So, he doesn't feel any way about sharing it. And so if you don't like it and it's a behavior that comes natural to him, he is going to have to take time to learn how to undo something that comes very natural to him. So, you can continue to remind him, or you just refrain from telling him certain things. Like, maybe you should stop talking about people so much. I mean, you're sitting around and you're talking about people and then you're going in their face and you're smiling and you're embarrassed about what people are saying, because maybe the things you're saying behind people's back, you don't want them to know. So maybe you should stop saying things behind people's back. I mean, I'm only saying this because you're the one who's asking the question, right? You're the one who's trying to get help. So I would say that you have to stop telling people stuff that you don't want other people to know. That seems pretty simple to me. Obviously, your husband's one of those people who can't be trusted. You can't just tell him everything. And so I don't think that there's anything wrong with not telling your husband all these things you feel about your coworkers. Go tell it to your friends who aren't going to know or don't have your husbands associate with your coworkers. I don't know. I really don't know if I actually have any good advice for this because, he's your husband. And so it probably is part of his personality. You probably are just going to have to work with him to change it. And I know people don't like that because they want everybody to be perfect and you want that if I told you something, you need to fix it right away. But that's just not reality. The reality is that people are going to do stuff and sometimes you can't make that big of a deal about it. But if it is that big of a deal and you're telling that person, like maybe you guys need therapy. I think that was one of my first thoughts was that maybe you guys need therapy because maybe if you guys had some therapy and you guys were talking about it with some neutral party, then, he could try to work on it. And maybe he doesn't want to work on it because maybe he doesn't like you. I don't know. I'm kind of getting a vibe like maybe he doesn't like you. Maybe he likes embarrassing you. Maybe he doesn't care about you like that. I don't know. I feel like there's something definitely deeper going on than just this conversation. And I'm not a therapist, so I don't think I have that type of advice to give you. Let's just go ahead and wrap it up. Since I don't have anything to give this woman, and I can't really dub whether she's the a-hole or not because I don't really know. I mean, it sounds like this is how he is. And so it must have been okay at one point because you married him, right? And now you don't like it. I don't know if he's doing it more. I don't know if it's just bothering you more. I don't know. So maybe you guys can leave your comments in the comment box and make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, and make sure that you share this with a friend because maybe they can help me out on whether she is actually the a-hole. I don't know. What do you think? I'll see you guys next time.